Hello, hello.
What's up, you two?
What's up, my friend? Thank you for joining us. We got a special guest, everybody. Welcome to Moody's Mind episode. I think it's
Hi.
episode 5. We
What?
have the one and only That Halloween Movie Collector. Thank you, Pat, for joining us. My guy,
Thanks for having me on, guys.
of course. So yeah, we're excited.
Oh God,
We
I thought that
decided
said
to throw
milk
this
day.
together. No,
Not quite.
not quite. Happy MLK Day to everybody,
Yeah.
especially you had the day
Try
off
not to wear
today.
my glasses. The glasses get too much of a glare, so I don't put them on. But I thought it said milk day. No offense.
No, that's okay. That's too funny. But no, I was glad to have you, my friend. Thank you again for joining us. Let's see here. So we super excited today. We got some cool things to talk about. We got a little agenda for you. We're going to talk about that movie Megan. Have you seen Megan yet, Pat?
Yes, I did. I liked it. I thought it was great.
Wonderful. Yeah, we'll do a little dive into that. We'll do a review of Megan. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. There was an event here locally, the Children of Horror Convention, hosted by the Kings of Horror. I'll be kind of touching base about that and the celebrities that had attended that. Let's see here. Then probably talk about. We'll talk about some John Carpenter stuff, especially since today is his birthday. Happy birthday, John Carpenter.
Do
Happy
you want to start with
birthday,
what's
Big
new?
Five.
Yeah, we will. So let's go ahead and talk about what's new. Let's see here. Do you have anything new that you got in there, Pat, for the collection?
Oh, actually, I do. I think I know I showed you guys, but got the Zavvi exclusive Halloween Ends steelbook.
Whew,
Very nice.
There's
very
that one.
nice.
Then they have two versions, and me being a junkie had to get both.
Absolutely.
And for Zavvi exclusive. So those I did get.
Very nice, my friend. Let's see. We had we got lucky, and we finally picked up the entire collection of these new releases. So I'm just gonna go, I guess, left to right and hand them to MB. So we ended up getting the 4 releases of the Hocus Pocus NECA figures. So we got Mary Sanderson,
Oh, nice.
and MB dressed up for her for Halloween as her.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I remember.
Collect all of them.
It was good.
All right. And then we have Miss Sarah Sanderson. Amok. Amok, 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 amok.
These are so fun.
Super fun.
Very nice.
All right. My personal favorite, my guy, Billy Butcherson. I think we talked about it when we picked up the first 2. And then we ended up getting the other 2 at like 2 or 3 different times. So Billy's real cool. And then last but not least,
The Queen Bee herself.
Queen Bee, Miss Winifred Sanderson. And the packaging is real cool. We found these in pretty much perfect condition. So these are really fun to add to the collection. They don't come with any accessories. That's the only thing. I wish they had like the broomsticks and like, some fun stuff, but they didn't have anything to come with them. But it's okay.
Yeah.
So
Who
we
makes
copped
them? Who's the manufacturer?
Those are NECA.
They're
The
NECA.
NECAs.
Are these under the Toonie Terror
They are NECA?
collection or no?
I think they are considered Toonie Terrors.
It doesn't say
Oh,
Toonie
Toonie
Terror,
Terrors.
but I think they are of the same line.
Mm-hmm. They're close to it, but I'm not sure.
They're bigger than the Toonie Terrors, though.
Yeah, those are super fun. And then I also came up on these items, which I'm sure you're very familiar with there, Pat. The
Ooh, look at
2018 Michael Myers 18-inch. And then I scooped up that Halloween Night Dance. That one is signed by Tyler Main. So cop
Nice.
those, and those are super cool. Let's see. And you're the reason
It's
why
Sin
I got
City.
into those comic books there, Pat. You ruined it. You ruined it, man. You ruined it. Let's see here. And then we got so I was able to. Do you have this item there, Pat? The PCS Michael Myers, the last edition, the big one.
No,
This guy right
no.
here.
I want to get around to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
this
to get one.
let's see. So this was something that I had my eyes on for years actually.
At least a couple years.
Yeah, at least a couple of years, and I finally this is what it looked like when
Yeah.
they took it from the display shelf that they had, and we had to break it down, package it back up.
Shout them out.
Got to shout out Heroes and Fantasies, woo! And just looks really freaking cool, man. This thing is super fun. Once you get it home, the best part I didn't know. This is my first time purchasing something like this from Sideshow. Was you get to put it all together, and they give you these little white gloves, and
He was so professional.
yeah, folks. So
Oh.
like,
Hey, did they send the gloves with you, or are those like work gloves?
They came in the box.
they came in the box. Yeah. So like when you
Really?
take out when you open up the box, yeah, they have the little white gloves on top, and then you have to take out the foam, and then they're actually held together by two big like strips of Velcro, like real professional stuff. I was pretty impressed, man. So I was like, all right, cool. And then we got to work, we put it together, and then let me see. This is part of it still. There's a little card, blah, blah, blah. And then I thought I had another one. Oh, this is his head. Yeah, he was ahead of himself, this guy. And of course, the end result is what it looks like here. So yeah, we're kind of limited on space. So he's just out in the open. I wanted to get him in. I got to get another glass shelving for him, so he'll get prime real estate. But for now, we just have him out in the open like that, and he's really cool. He's got a light up pumpkin. You can put a little battery in there. It can light it up, and then around the base, there's a lot of different scenes from the movie around that bottom base, and it's really neat. I think he's great. So really fortunate and lucky to have him. So that's pretty cool.
I could kick myself. I should have just bought them when they came out.
Yeah, another one that's actually they have in stock is the silver screen edition, I believe. So it's all silver. That one looks really
Right.
cool. Yeah, those they don't go
What is
for
the
too
price on
much.
this?
Like
What's the silver one?
I think like
What's the price on that?
560 to 580 or something like that. Then
Maybe I'll
plus
go get
shipping.
that first. Yeah,
On retail.
Yeah, retail, but they're
I
available.
should
The
just go
silver
pick one up
screens are
and just be
available.
done with
They
it.
are.
The silver
Okay.
screens are available.
This one it's been sold out.
Yeah, they have like if you go to the website, they have like a wait list if you want the slasher edition. But then there's even a more rarer one, right, Pat? The one that only made like 300 of them. You know what I'm talking about?
There is one version I did was really rare, and yeah, and
Yeah.
I should have did it at the time. The thing is, they're so big, they're hard to sneak into my house.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. No, they're massive.
Fortunately for Joe, I knew
My wife
this
would
one
come down and be
was
like,
good.
"That's new. That's new."
Yeah. No, that was
Yeah.
it was something that I had to be open about it. I couldn't sneak this shit, and I had to be like real just straight up and say, look, this is what's happening. I'm sorry, but it's happening. It's going down. It's like that scene from Bridesmaids where
Gonna
she's in
happen.
the
Just let
middle
me
of the
know it's
street.
gonna
Oh my
happen.
gosh, it's happening.
It's happening. It's happening. Just right in the middle. And she's like, "Oh, you're
Happening.
pooing in the street. Oh, yeah, there you go." So no, that's super cool. So that was and I think we probably got a couple more things, but I didn't take the time to put it together. But that's all. That's what's new from the collection here for us. Let's see here. All right.
Yeah.
So I guess
That's a pretty big piece there, though.
yeah, I'm never satisfied. I'm always like, I want more. I want
I
more.
am proud of you though, because you did take a bunch of pops and traded them in.
I did.
That helped with that. So it did alleviate some space issues.
I did.
It was mostly like miscellaneous pops, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had them for like 3 years, and they were actually
nothing bad.
Yeah. I'm not used to that trading stuff, but it was real cool. Heroes did a good job. They took care of me, so it was real cool. You off subject though. Are you drinking, Pat?
That's cool. No, I have to go get something. I ran downstairs because I was looking at the clock and I forgot what time it was. Me and the wife we've been binge watching Friends. We're trying to finish Friends. Not that we have never seen Friends, but we're trying to finish the whole thing. The couch, and I was starting to like doze. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go downstairs. But, I'll go.
That's all good. Yeah, I'm drinking some Tito's, and then she's drinking. What are you drinking? Show them.
I have a Austin East cider. It's a cider. It's a blood orange one. I'm not sure if you drink ciders. It's pretty tasty.
I like Cider, but my wife likes cider too. I like a good cider, especially like some fall ciders when they come out with special fall ones.
Hmm.
It's all food. It's all foo stuff to me.
No, it's not.
You don't like cider?
These ones are from Austin. They have pretty good flavors. The pineapple one and the blood orange are probably my favorite.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Man. All right. So let's see what else
Yeah.
we got. We're going down the line here. So we're gonna go down here. So next I guess we're gonna go ahead and just jump straight in. We're gonna jump straight into the Megan movie review. Let's see here. We actually were big fans of the movie. It was pretty cool because of the fact that it's kind of like a new age type of Chucky deal.
Mm-hmm.
So to speak, you're my friend to the end, blah blah blah, best friend type deal.
It really took that "you're my friend" to the end to like the extreme.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, what I liked about it is, she really cared for that kid, but I never understood why she became self-aware. Like, did it explain that in the movie? Because they gave her like kind of like an open freedom to develop and decide on her own. That's kind of how it was.
She was programmed to keep learning and to keep being instructed to learn.
Okay.
So I think that's how she got more autonomous.
Got it. Yeah, she was a real pain in the ass because she just did not listen. She's like a regular kid. She just doesn't know how to listen. But for the most part,
exactly. It was just like having two kids.
Yeah. Like, our kids don't listen, and so Megan was she's part of the family for real.
Except Megan murders people.
See,
okay. And here's a gripe. The gripe for me is like, I wish it wasn't PG-13. I wish it was rated R, or I hope they, release a version that's uncut. I hope.
Right. Yeah. It was good the way it was, but I think if they elevated it a little bit more, which it's not a word I like when it comes to horror, elevated horror. Yeah, they could have definitely made it a little bit more scary or maybe a little bit more gruesome. I get why they didn't do it because it seems like nowadays they want to do everything PG-13 to get people's asses in this seat.
Yeah, they don't want to limit the amount of people that go to see it. But I guess, Terrifier 2 has no problem with that.
No, not at all. I'm looking forward to part 3
of
Terrifier 2 now.
All the horror people came out for that. And at the same time, this kind of alienates horror fans for real because it's not up to par with the gruesome and the crazy killing and all that stuff. I wish that old lady got it worse than what she did. She got off easy, if you ask me.
She got off easy.
Your neighbor lady.
Honestly,
she got off real easy.
It very easily could have been like a Netflix movie. It felt like a theatrical release.
I agree. It did. It really did feel like that. But it was fun to watch in the theater. Actually, we got a funny story with that. When we were in the theater, the row in front of us were a bunch of kids, right?
Oh my gosh.
And when I mean they were the most obnoxious set of kids ever, there was like a row of 6 to 7 kids. 2 of them were like laying down across each other. They were all taking selfies. They were all being loud. They were all cussing. I had never seen kids act this badly in a movie theater before.
We knew we were in trouble when the girls of the bunch were doing cartwheels before entering the theater.
Yeah, they were in the hallway doing cartwheels and a bunch of dumb. Yes, dude. It was freaking obnoxious. So we actually left about maybe 10 minutes into the movie, and we went to the front desk and we asked for a later showing, which just so happened to be exactly at that time, and we went up there. So we went to a different theater, and it was a bunch of adults, and it was perfect.
Yeah,
nice and quiet, and we got to rewatch the beginning of the movie. So yeah, man, it was. Other than that, we had a good time at the movies, and we had a good time for the most part. But I just wish I wish it was more gruesome. I wish that. Oh, I thought. Fun fact: that guy was going to get his head decapitated. The one that got the thing wrapped around. I thought for sure his shit was just gonna. Boop!
I know.
Talk about. I was sad.
That would have been a more rated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what can you do? But no, did
Missed
you enjoy it?
opportunity.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Actually enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. Initially walking into the theater, because I love Chucky. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a Chucky knockoff. It's another killer doll. But she is different from Chucky in the sense that she wasn't like a murderer. She was made to be a doll, made to be something helpful.
Oh yeah, good point. That's a good point.
So she was created differently.
Very good point.
But I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would.
Very good. I like that, man. Oh, and shout out to Chucky, because season 3 just got greenlit, so we're gonna get a Chucky season 3. So we're excited.
Have you watched that, Pat?
Yes, I saw that.
It's good.
I have to finish it. I've watched sporadic ones. I watch that these days.
Awesome. Now we so I guess in summary, what do you rank? How many sushis do you give Megan?
How many sushis?
How many sushis? How many sushis?
I would say I'd give it a 6.5.
6.5? Mm-hmm. You like those half scores, don't you? You do like those half scores.
I do.
Yeah, so we do our scale out of 10. We do, but we rated sushis, our cat. So I guess we will go ahead. I'll give this movie a 6 sushis. 6 sushis, just because it was fun. I like the idea, even though it was kind of a Chucky knockoff. But regardless, I wish they would have amped up the kills and the blood and the gore. But for the most part, it was nice to see something a little bit more tame. I'm gonna be honest, but I'll give it a 6. Solid. That's fair. Solid 6, Pat. Solid more 6. Tame
in comparison to the other things that came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you, Pat?
I would probably give it. I'd give it a solid 6 too. It was a fun watch. It's something I would rewatch. It's definitely a rewatchability, because some of the things did go pretty quick, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's got the Chucky feel, and the little girl, the one that I can't think of her name. She was in the House on Haunted Hill. The girl that was friends with Megan. She did a great job too. She was playing.
Oh yeah,
it's such a really brat.
She was a good brat.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6. Yeah, same thing. I would have amped it up a little bit more.
No, she needed to get her ass. Yeah, she needed an ass whooping. That's what she needed.
She was a brat. She was a little bitch.
For real. And the way when she was talking back and all that, I was like, man, I would have whipped your ass.
But she was the aunt. Her parents died. Like,
yeah, I guess I would have whipped that. I don't give a shit.
I know.
No excuse. No excuse. Not at all.
Smack that shit.
No, but that's good. No, I mean, I'm excited because it was did we watch it? We watched it within the new year, right? It was we did. We just saw it. So I would say it's a good start to our movie viewing to this year. I think it's a good start. Good start.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Here. All right.
So Pat, are there any good conventions coming your way?
Seems like I'm lagging a bit.
A little bit.
Am I lagging a little bit?
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink and unplug a few things. Yeah, I'll be right back. I want to see if I can speed everything up.
That's okay.
Like I said,
that's okay.
The vampire is upstairs. I'll be right back.
It's okay. Go ahead, do your thing. We'll do some film time. So we actually, to all the viewers, or hold on, let me go back to the comments real quick. We just had a guest join us. My guy, Frostbite68. What up, big fella? Big fella in the house. Oh. That's our little neighbor Reno. What's up, my guy? Have you seen Megan? If you have, let me know. If you haven't, you need to go watch it. We need to get you up to date. Get it good caught up, man.
You can watch it on the projector.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you can use that website you showed me, the one where you get to watch all the free movies. You can use that. And for all you pirates out there, all you movie pirates. No, I'm just kidding. But no, thanks for joining us, my guy. My guy. But no, I really, even though, you rated it a 6.5, I gave Megan a 6. I love the fact that these movies are being put out in a fast rate.
Hmm.
They're coming out and coming out, coming
I
out.
feel like there's so many more horror or horror-esque or horror comedy, whatever you want to call them, movies coming out. They're
Yeah,
coming out more and more frequently,
yeah.
in my opinion.
No, it is, and I'm not
Or maybe
complaining.
it's just they're getting more like headliner coverage or
Yeah, probably so.
Mhm.
I think that there are so many creators out there now, so many good ones, but we're just being very fortunate to live in the age that we live in because we don't only just get to watch this in theaters, we get to watch it on streaming services. So we're very spoiled in today's age. We're very spoiled with movies. Yeah, watch it, my brother. Haven't seen it, but yes, I do. All
Yes.
right, all right. Now there you go. Now you're cleared
Yes.
up, my guy.
Yeah.
Down to see if it gets a
I
little bit
spoke too
better. I don't
soon.
know why. It's with StreamYard these days. It seems to kill me these days.
Yeah. Extra zoom, extra zoom. I was just pushing buttons. I was like, whoa. They're like, hey, Joe, you got a couple zits right here, brother. Bro, you got a couple zits right here. That's cool, man. Let's see. So the next topic. Oh, I believe MB had asked, is there any conventions or anything coming going around in your neck of the woods anytime soon?
Nearest thing that I know of is Monster Mania in March.
Cool.
Should be the next thing that I could think of. And
Yeah, that's
then
right around the corner.
there was some other. Yeah, there was another like they do with this thing called the Horror Sideshow Market in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I think that's in April. But I don't know who's. I know the Monster Mania have no Halloween people, but there's a lot of Friday the Final Girls from Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Yeah, super
But those
sweet.
are the only
Super
ones I
sweet.
know of.
Cool, cool. Yeah, we had one this past weekend. As you know, we have a lot of pop-ups here, thanks to the Kings of Horror here in San Antonio. Really nice people. I can't say enough nice things about them. The event organizer, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a real nice guy. All the people that he has working for him, they put on a great show. And they hosted here. They hosted this past one called the Children of Horror at the Wonderlands of Americas again, and it was really cool. I got a chance. I got to go and check it out, and I'm just gonna put a photo up so you can see the people that were in attendance. It was pretty cool. They had Miko Hughes, of course, who was Gage in Pet Cemetery. John
Wow.
Franklin. Yeah, you had Courtney Gaines. Let's see here. Then you had John Philbin. I was excited for Oliver Robbins. He was the little boy in Poltergeist. And then you had
Oh,
this
that's
young
right.
lady,
Yeah.
Chloe Adana from I guess she was in Stranger Things. She was one of the little kids with 11 and whatnot. So that was really really cool. Let's see who put this back. So yeah, it was really cool, man. Not only cool celebrities, but they had a lot of vendors selling good collectibles, a lot of unique things, unique items being made, custom stuff. So it was real fun. I didn't get to stay there long because I had my kiddos this weekend, but for the most part, man, shout out to those guys because every time you just look at the calendar, there's always something right around the corner. They're pumping this stuff out like it's crazy, man. So I'm very lucky to be able to go to these things. Really cool.
Yeah, you guys have a lot in that mall.
I told you, man, these celebrities, dude, when they come down here, they make a killing here in San Antonio, man. They make a killing. It's horror. They say it's Military Town, USA. It's Horror Town, USA, man, for real. Whatever. Military City, whatever. Military Town. I've heard Military Town.
It's Military City, USA.
Military Town. Who cares? And I'm the one I was the one in the military. Who gives a shit? Whatever. Whatever.
What's on MB's shirt? I can't make it out.
It's Mikey. It says, what does it say? Find a man that will chase.
Get a man that will chase after you.
Oh, nice. That's great.
My honey got that for me.
We were in Corpus. We got that in Corpus.
Yeah.
Remember? And we were walking by the mannequin. It was the last one. And I was like, I got to have that. She's like, oh, the lady didn't speak no English. ¿Cuánto? I was like, I said money, dollars. How many?
You get this accent when you. I'm pretty sure you can tell her how many dollars.
25. I was like, 25.
This accent you.
$25. I was like, oh, okay.
My goodness.
So we finally got it, and she wears it. She's like, I like her when she's getting ready. She's like, what do you think? Because she wore that today before even the podcast. Like she wore it without even knowing we were going to do the podcast.
Well, it was in honor of John Carpenter for his birthday.
That's right. Yeah, shout out. I changed. I was wearing a Poltergeist shirt, and then I put this one on in honor of John. Big JC in the house. JC, what's up?
Yeah, 75. Wow.
That's right. I know. We're gonna get to that here in a second. I'm excited. Let's see here. Oh yeah, okay. You know what? Since I really didn't get to do much at the Children of Horde convention, I just wanted to give it a shout out and kind of just, that was what was happening locally. But, we will jump straight into the happy 75th birthday for John Carpenter, my guy. Let's see here. So a little homage. Happy birthday, overlaying. I suck. Cool. Well, whoever did this is a pretty cool, they know what they're doing. But happy birthday to the man himself. Let's see here. Put that back. We're going to get rid of this. But no, yeah, I also wanted to show everybody this because last night, if I'm not mistaken, my friend, y'all did a top 10 ranking of your favorite John Carpenter movies. Am I right?
Yes, we did with our buddy Brett, who hopefully will pop on in a bit. Sure. After he gets his ornery 7-year-old to bed. And his good buddy Jeremy and a friend of mine now from the Epic Film Guys podcast. And we had a great time counting down our top 10 Carpenter movies, which is not as easy as you think. Obviously, for we all just basically said, well, we all kind of guess what everybody's going to have as number one. But it was nice to see what everybody had leading up to number one.
Absolutely. I was able to come in and give my top 10, and it was super fun to just hang out with you guys and kind of give my ranking and listen to y'all's list, because he has so many good movies that they can swap whatever, mix match however you like it, and you still have a great list. So
what was your top 10 again? You want to let everybody know?
Oh, I can't remember. I posted it last night while I was drinking. I don't remember.
Okay, give 1, 2, 3.
I don't remember. Oh, all right,
shit. What's top 3? If you could do a top 3, do a
top 3. If I'm not mistaken, it was Big Trouble. Big Trouble number 3. Oh, I don't remember. I know Halloween was 1. What was my number 2? I had a brain fart. It was Big Trouble in Little China. Did I say?
Oop, we got a special guest here.
Oh, here we go.
As you're brainstorming. Hello. Welcome.
Hey.
He's back from the dead. He's better than Houdini.
There we go. There we go.
John Carpenter birthday.
We got our special guest, Brett Patrick, in the house.
Hey,
my guy.
welcome,
Yes, it's a Soda Monday. I'm sorry.
Soda Monday. All right, that's it. Take him out.
Take him out. We'll see. You're gone. You're done, son. We'll see you later.
Next time I have some, maybe I'll go with the horror trivia game that some special guy got me for Christmas.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we got to do that. That's going to be great.
Dang right we have to. Well, thank you for bearing with me here. You guys, I don't have to explain to you guys. You guys know.
No, of course, no explanation needed. You came in just at the perfect time because you saved me, because I was drawing blanks on what my top 10 or even my top 3 John Carpenter movies were.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Joe. Like, I talked to Jeremy Moradu, we did that with, and he agreed with me. He's like the bottom 6 or the bottom 4, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whichever. Those ones seem to change, and like they do for me. They probably do for Pat too.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they're interchangeable depending on my mood. But the first 3
to 4,
my top 3, or even my top 4, they're solid.
Absolutely.
Oh, vampire.
I remember now. It's Halloween, The Thing, and then Big Trouble, Little China. That was my top 3.
That's your 1 to 3. So my 1 to 4. Well, my 4 to 1. I'll say my number 4 was The Thing. Number 3, Escape from New York. 2, The Fog, and 1.
Some movie I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My 4 have always been the same. It's been They Live, The Fog, Escape from New York, then Halloween. So those
Very
4,
nice.
that's been the same for a while. And actually, there was a press screening tonight for a 4K screening of Assault on Precinct 13 at the Music Box Theater in Chicago, which plays a lot of old restoration stuff.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that.
But
I'd
yeah,
love to see that on the big screen.
The next 4 weekends they're doing so for the public it starts on Friday for Assault on Precinct 13. Then I think next week is They Live, and then the week after that's Escape from New York. So I might be sneaking out at night to go see that like after the kids are in bed, because they have show times all the way until like 2 a.m.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
That sounds like a fun time, man. Damn.
Yeah, I just wish I had like a jet so I could bring you guys in just for the show.
Okay, you can do that. You can just send us a jet.
Yeah, I'll send you a jet.
Send us a jet. Yeah, just.
Here's a good question. What Carpenter movies have you guys seen in the theater?
Oh, I've seen The Thing, of course, Halloween, and what is it? Was it Ghost from Mars?
Ghost from Mars?
Yeah, with Ice Cube. yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the one with the Ice Cube, right? And Jason Statham.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Tasha Henstridge, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. That's probably one of Carpenter's only movies that I can honestly say it was a one-time watch. I don't think I've ever watched it again.
See,
I might go back, and I should go back and just because just like we said about Halloween when Brett and I were talking, you always find some redeeming quality in every Halloween movie. You might like something more than the others. I should go back and rewatch it because it's been since it came out that I haven't watched it.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys, I don't know if I ever told you this, when the Flashback Weekend convention first started, God, I wish they still did this, but it's probably been about 10 years since they stopped doing it. But the first number of years that convention started, they did a double feature drive-in outside. They had one of those inflatable, big, huge drive-in screens. The one year they did The Fog and They Live. So it was so cool being outside, having cocktails, watching the movies. Don't get me wrong, it was probably on a DVD, but who cares? It's just fun. It was a great time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I have to think about it. What movies? I know the first Carpenter film I saw in the theaters was The Fog.
You saw The Fog in the theater when you were younger, huh?
I saw The Fog. Yeah, I remember
That's
going with
awesome.
my brother. Like I said, my brother's 6 years older than me, so he used to get me into a lot of shit I wasn't supposed to be in. A lot of trouble too. But he took me to see that. Same thing with Halloween too. It was my brother and some friends. What else? Escape from New York. They Live.
Classics.
I didn't see every one. I'm just ones I know for a fact I saw. They Live.
I saw the Fog remake.
Straight boo boo, straight ass cheeks.
Straight ass cheeks. I saw the Memoirs of an Invisible Man. I saw in the theaters. I saw Big Trouble and Little China in the theater.
You didn't see Vampires in the theater?
I didn't see Vampires.
No, that was a HBO special for me. That was HBO.
That's in my top 3 for sure.
I saw The Thing. I saw The Thing.
I showed her Vampires for the first time, and she loved it.
I loved it.
She loved
I
it.
like vampire movies though, at baseline.
No, I forgot. Are you guys Cobra Kai fans? You see how you know who the vampire is? It's
Yes, I love all the Karate Kid movies, but I've never seen a single episode of Cobra Kai.
Me neither.
No, you are gonna be the biggest addict on a show if you.
I have to binge watch it one day. I still haven't gotten on the Cobra Kai bandwagon too. I got to do it one of these days.
Especially if you watch the movies and you love the movies. Oh God, you'll love them.
Oh, I love the movies. God, I grew up with those damn things.
There's something about nostalgia when they do that. That's just that show just hit like that, like Chucky. Now, hey, Renewed. How about that, huh?
Yeah. Well, cheers to that, dude. We were so excited when everybody started posting it. I was like, because I followed Don Mancini. I was like, yes, freaking season 3. We love it because it's was it Tuesday?
It was Tuesday or Wednesday.
Is it Tuesday or Wednesday night?
Fire USA, I think, right? One of the
yeah. It's amazing. The kids are great. I love how you got the 2 different storylines going on at the same time. You know,
caught up, Brett?
Are you caught up, right?
I'm
Brett?
not. I'm only 3 episodes. I'm behind.
Oh, I'm gonna shut up. I don't want to ruin it.
But I'll tell you, I watched that first season. I did the same thing. I watched a whole bunch of them, like all in a row. I only watched like the first episode or 2 when they first aired, and then binge watched them. Pat, you haven't watched any of them, right?
I watched some in the first season, and then it's not that I want to watch it. There's so much stuff out now that I don't have the time to watch it all, which really stinks.
Way better than season 1.
Bro, it's gonna knock your thoughts off. Yes,
Way better.
Season
you're gonna
1
get
was
your
good.
dude. It's better. Oh, well, we
need-
think so, but
We need Jennifer Tilly at a convention somewhere.
oh my God,
Yes, I would
Talking
love to
about-
meet her.
right?
Has she been at a convention yet?
I don't know. She likes to do poker. She's a poker girl.
Big person in Vegas. Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen her at a convention. I don't recall it. That's why maybe I missed it.
Something tells me okay, this is just my memory here. I thought she did one, or maybe she didn't. She loved doing the autograph thing, but the convention thing wasn't her thing. She signs for anybody really, but maybe it's just a convention thing.
What she do, like private signings?
Maybe we need to go scope out Vegas.
You catch her on the street, she'll sign for fans. Is what I've been told.
So if you stalk her, you can get her signature.
I love Jen. Man, it goes really in depth with her in this season.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of Jennifer Tilly, a lot.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
No complaining here.
Dude, it's so much fun. I wish more people. Well, it's obviously, I should say more people. A lot of people are watching it, obviously, if it's gotten renewed. So
yeah, the kids are liking it, which is kind of strange to say. But a lot of kids, like teenagers, are liking the show a lot, from what I hear.
Did they bring Devon Sawa back as a different character or different? Is that what I thought?
That's like her favorite thing.
That is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I want them, as long as the series is renewed, I want them to keep bringing Devon Sawa back to be killed in different ways. He has
She loves him, by the way.
Spoiler alert.
She loves
in
him.
the 2 seasons, he's been killed 3 times.
All right. Don't give away too much.
I'm here for it. I love it.
All right.
Now,
wait, did you love him in The Fan?
him
Was
in
that the
any
Travolta
other
movie, The
movies?
Fan?
Which one?
The Travolta movie. Devon
The
Sawa.
Fan. That's what I was getting. That's what I brought up to
Fan.
Devon Sawa when I met him.
Did you like him in that?
I liked him in Casper.
Casper.
Final Destination. Final
Destination. Idle Hands.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorites.
Have you ever seen the movie where he's cheating in college with his buddies? Slackers. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes.
Slacker.
Yes.
Where the guy
that's a
runs
good
into
one.
the truck pretending he broke his tibia. What the guy we were talking about, Paul Rudd and I Love You Man, that show, the tall guy. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Siegel. Jason Siegel.
The guy that runs into the bus saying he broke his tibia.
That's right. Devon Sawa was a legend, dude. I met him and he's real nice. Super
Awesome
sweet guy.
guy.
Super sweet guy.
That's who he was talking to when I met Robert Englund.
Yeah.
And and Devon Sawa goes, "Where's your girlfriend?" And he goes, what did you say?
I was like, she's with fucking Robert Englund.
No, you said something probably with some other guy or something that.
No. I actually got a chance to tell him that. I was like, hey, remember I said where she was? She was with fucking Robert Englund. He's like, oh, she made out better than you, dude. I was like, thanks, bro.
Joe,
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Joe, don't worry. My 30th birthday, when Eliza Dushku was at a show here, my wife said the same thing when I went to it. Like, her mom's like, "Oh, what did Brett do his birthday? He was with Eliza Dushku." I was like, "Yes."
Sorry, honey. Sorry, honey. No, but it's real. That's so cool, man. Chucky season 3. Can't wait. But no, oh man, what was I gonna say? I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about the fact that your video last night that I watched, it was real fun because, I really love John Carpenter. His movies, I can remember, like Big Trouble in Little China is what got me into Kung Fu movies. Honest to God. Like, all the Bruce Lee, the Jackie Chan, the Jean-Claude Van Damme, all that stuff was because of me watching that movie at a young age. It came out in 86. I was born in 86. So that movie was really, it's really something for me. It's a big deal. I used to love all the Kung Fu movies. All that shit. I must fight you. All that shit. That was, sorry not to offend anybody, but yeah, like I must break you and your father too.
You're making me think of that show, Most Extreme Elimination. Do you remember that show?
Oh, dude,
right, you are, Kenny.
Yes, because I remember going to the video stores like Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. I don't know if y'all had Hollywood Videos over there.
Oh yeah.
But I would be fascinated with, it was like scary movies, but then also like Kung Fu movies. You had to get 2. You never just got one, so it would always be like a Kung Fu movie and a horror movie, always. And then it's like Big Trouble in Little China was the perfect combination of all those worlds.
That's unique. I haven't heard of that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Aside from Halloween, was there a John Carpenter movie that was most impactful in your life, kind of like that was for Joe? Katrin, you want to start?
Besides Halloween, you said, right?
Yeah, besides
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, besides Halloween.
Ooh.
If it's Halloween, that's fine. I see how impactful it was.
Well, yeah, that. But I
Michael's gonna
love
stab
Carpenter
you.
movies. I'd have to say, even though The Fog was my number 2, probably Escape from New York,
Yeah.
because that was unbelievable at the time when I was a kid. Like we used to just run around and like you could figure it was, what was I, about 10 years old. I remember going around with like next to where I grew up on the side of my house. My parents' house was like a bird sanctuary, so it was all this open land. So we used to play army and everything. And I just specifically remember playing like freaking Escape from New York and us fighting over who was going to be Snake Plissken.
Yes.
Very
Because we
awesome.
love, because we all watched that movie. We just loved that movie.
Oh,
So
yeah.
good.
Very
And the collectibles for that movie are very rare. Like the NECA figures, all the old figures, they're really expensive nowadays. Like you pay a pretty penny for that stuff.
Do you guys have any?
I have a couple of NECAs, but nothing major. I can't find hardly anything without having to pay a lot of money.
What's for the Fog?
No, for Escape from New York.
Oh, Escape from New York. Yeah, that old McFarlane is worth worth money. Like, there's the one, if you ever, obviously you've looked them up. There's the one with the jacket, but then there's the one that they put in the package without the jacket. The jacket is laying on the bottom of the package.
Yes, I think I'm probably because I'm a big NECA guy, like the NECA cloth ones. I've only seen a couple of them out there, and they wanted like $300-400 for it.
Wow, I saw the cloth Escape one many of times too.
That one is, that one's real sweet. You got the art on it and everything, really cool. That's the one I want to get my hands on. But yeah, man, that's a good movie, Pat. I love it. Now, what about you, Brett? Outside of Halloween,
I think it goes back to like we were just saying, like my top 4 don't change because they were both or all of them were impactful for me. The Fog. See, my parents had seen obviously Halloween, and that's how kind of my brother saw it, and then I got to see it through my brother. But The Fog is the one that my parents really liked a lot because they love the ghost story aspect of it, and that movie creeped the hell out of me when I was younger too, just like Halloween. But especially when Adrienne Barbeau's on the roof of the lighthouse, when she sees all the worms and everything.
yes.
But Escape from New York, I love the idea of a bad good guy, which is what he is. Kind of like what Stone Cold Steve Austin is in wrestling, right?
That's
The
what
good bad guy.
What?
But you had like Lee Van Cleef it's so cool from being famous from the spaghetti western movies of Clint Eastwood, and he was in this movie as just a pretty pulverizing character. And They Live, what can I say? That movie, just with everything going on in the world today, it's very present. And and Roddy Piper, go back to the wrestling thing.
That's right.
And we talked about this well, not last night, but on the recording that premiered last night, that we all were in agreement, like why in the hell he wasn't handed more action roles, because he was just so good in They Live.
Yep.
He would have been great in so many other films.
I mean, for freak's sake, we get The Rock in every freaking action movie known to mankind. Why couldn't Roddy Piper get a couple more roles? You know what I'm saying?
I think he would have been great. I mean, there's so many roles I think he could have stepped into that he would have been good. You know, put him with Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. He could have pulled that off. Something like that he could have pulled off.
Not a bad idea, man.
You know,
we'll see. John Cena's kind of getting to that level too. I think John Cena's a bit underrated. I think a lot of people give him a lot of shit, but
I'm a big Batista guy. Batista's really good.
Oh, he was so funny in that Glass Onion movie. Did you guys watch
Yes,
that?
yes, he was.
He jumps out of the pool with his gun and his Speedo and just starts shooting it for him.
Yeah, I'm excited. I saw that preview. Did you see the preview for the M. Night Shyamalan movie?
I saw the preview.
Oh, where they say that somebody has to die, right?
Yes.
Yes. That looks kind of intense.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, to see him.
Yeah.
It's freaking Drax, man. It's fucking cool. He was like, the stars aligned perfectly for him. Like, I don't feel like his movies are forced. Unlike The Rock. Like, The Rock is in every freaking movie known to mankind.
He got with Marvel, and then things shot off for him.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
He's got a good dry sense of humor, and that's what I think that Drax character did. and now he's showing it in Glass Onion. You know, he did the one Bond movie. I don't know if that was one of his better ones, but everything else he's been doing has been really good.
Now let's see here. Now the did y'all see that zombie movie that he was in?
Oh, the one on Netflix. That wasn't bad.
Army of the Dead or
Army of
yeah. That movie.
That was pretty good too.
Yeah, Army of the Dead is amazing. Amazing.
There's a comedy that was really funny with him. I got to go back. I'm looking at his list as well with you. Oh God.
That was the movie that we didn't realize was a Netflix movie, and we saw it in the theater.
Yeah, we spent stupid money. We could have
yeah, because what was it, like the first week or two, right?
It goes boom boom with the end for Netflix, and we're like, "Are you kidding me?"
My money back. I'm gonna go home.
Fuck! Fucking had beers, food, $100-something tab, and we could have just been at home chilling. Got McDonald's, and we've been all right, you know. Bless you, my friend. Bless you.
Thank you. I was trying to mute there.
No, it's okay. But no,
we called Stuber. Have you guys heard of that one? That was
yes, with what's his name? The comedian. God damn it, he was in that TV show.
Yeah, he's a detective and he recruits his Uber driver to help him like track down bad guy. That was hysterical. Watch that movie.
Yeah, the guy Kumail Nanjiani or something like that. That guy's funny.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to offend
Yeah,
you.
I probably butchered it, but oh well. But no, that guy's super cool, man. Now, but again, now thank you for giving us your thoughts on those guys. And again, if anyone's watching, go check out the top 10 movie listing with the two fellas here, man. We got Jeremy, Brett, and of course Pat.
It's on that Halloween Movie Collectors channel, aka Patrick's.
That's right. That's right.
That bald guy's channel.
Oh, be nice. Be nice to yourself.
It's
I'm
so much
fun. Ass, you mind?
Like Joe and Pat, you guys, it's so when you have passionate fans to talk to about it, and that was exactly what Jeremy was, just like us, man. He's a big fan, and I knew he would have a lot of information in his fandom. So
yeah, he knows his Carpenter movies. He really does.
Absolutely.
He had a lot of good stories behind the scenes telling his before we were on the air and after. It was pretty funny.
I gotta read Carpenter's book one of these days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, we wanted to just do this episode just to kind of give some thoughts on a couple random things, but just kind of just talk about whatever comes to mind. We're really excited about a bunch of conventions that are coming up. With it being John Carpenter's birthday today, his 75th. We're really excited about meeting him at Texas Frightmare.
Yeah, great.
So we got that coming up. When is it? May? It's May.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah,
the Memorial Day weekend. Yeah,
26th to the 28th, and it's gonna be the first time we get to hopefully meet him. So we're really stoked. Y'all have any advice? I'm sure y'all have met him before, right? Pat, you've met him, right? Oh, Brett.
I have yet to meet him. No,
it's okay.
I was given a heads up. I've met him 4 times.
Wow,
that's cool.
Every time I've met him, even the first time I met him, I've been to Texas Frightmare. That was his first convention, really, probably since Fangoria Fest. He was probably like at least 10 or 15 years since he ever did an autograph appearance. But he loves basketball, and so I just talked to him about basketball. So because I was hearing people like just same old shit. He's heard everything.
Yeah.
So hey, I told him, hey, I'm from Chicago. I saw Michael Jordan play. He's like, oh man, yeah, you spoiled little bastard.
That's awesome.
But he talked about the Lakers, and he's like a big Steph Curry guy and the Warriors. But yeah, I don't know. I think you know a little bit of basketball. Joe, talk about some basketball besides being a fan.
I that is probably the best advice you could ever give me, because I love talking basketball, and I will do that. I will. I'm gonna be like, who you got winning the championship this year? Shit like that.
When I was down at Texas Frightmare, that was during the playoffs, because it was, May. It was like just like the time you're going to be going. He had to take a break to watch like the first half of a basketball game, and so he ended up staying after hours to do signings. If I recall.
Really,
so yeah,
that's a dedicated fan right there. Hell yeah!
Oh god, the Lakers are in the playoffs, of course, right?
Fuck yeah, dude, that is amazing. So we're gonna get to meet him. Hopefully, then fingers crossed, knock on wood, everything works out fine, and then. We got a bunch of other things coming up, and I just want to I'm excited because we got H45 coming up I know everybody in the Halloween circles is talking about it, but I'm just so excited. I have to say that I'm so excited, as I'm sure you guys are, because y'all have been, right. You've been to how many, Pat? Have you been before?
I have not been able to get out to them. Every time they've popped up, 25, 30, age 40, they've all been because my kids were younger and I just couldn't just up and leave, unfortunately. And now I'm going.
Hey, guess what? We get to pop our cherries together.
This is true.
And I will be there with you guys.
We will no longer be virgins. We'll give away our flower.
That's right.
You guys are gonna love it. It's awesome. It's just watching the movie so many times, and everything with the exception of the babysitters' houses is within close distance of where the convention's gonna be. So
super cool, man.
When you go to the babysitter houses, if you've never been to Hollywood, you could see the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's unless you don't care about that stuff as much, but all along that whole strip there on Hollywood Boulevard. So it's right there.
That's so cool, man. I'm so excited. So now I with the whole collecting and everything, I probably I got to be more conservative this year because I want to save some money to have a good time at that convention. So I might not be getting as many collectibles this year as I normally would.
You'll see both. I'm going to be.
Well, why is that again?
No, but she's been a champ. She's never rained on my parade. She's never kind of said, no, you can't do that. She's kind of looked at me wide-eyed and be like, okay, if you think it's okay, I trust you. And I'm like, okay, swipe. It's like no big deal. But she's a champ. So I'm just curious because officially this is the first time you've been on the podcast with the fellas, right? Like official, right?
Yes.
How do you like it? How do you like it?
I mean, it's fun. It's always fun with you guys.
Well, I know, but I mean, like official. You know what I mean? Like you've always been like you come in, say hello, everybody, and then you just take off. But like you're like, yeah, exactly, exactly. Hi guys, and then you fucking go.
No, usually she's so great. She's like bringing them a beer, bringing them a snack.
You know what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to
say that. I was like, usually you're my bartender during the episodes. I was
know.
Case in point.
Okay, I
can
take a hint.
Hey, she's a co-host now. You got to get somebody else to do that.
No, I'm just kidding. You know what, guys? I'll let you have her. I'll go get my own drink.
Wow, look at that.
There you go.
Ooh. Times are changing.
He's got to train the girl. Train the daughter to be the barmaid.
You got to get a little robot there to take care of that stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Or just do what I usually do. Just bring a little cooler.
Oh, there you go. Patrick has a whole little cooler.
I'm a pro.
Yeah.
Speaking of
you
which,
need to get on that level. He has a little bench next to him. He totally could have the cooler there.
The cooler is great. The only thing is, if I could install a urinal under the desk, would be perfect.
Yeah,
sure.
We just try to do a 25-foot dash to the door where the refrigerator's at.
You need one of those little leg back. This is the nurse coming out. There are options.
There's definitely options. Yeah,
there are
the easiest
options.
thing would just be, just be like, what's going on?
Oh my god!
Don't talk. Give me a minute. I'll be done.
I can see my wife being. Why do you have a little fridge?
What is happening?
Hey, naked service.
Oh boy!
Wow. You got to put $1 on his G-string.
So ridiculous. The scandal.
I thought he was trying to show more new tattoos or something. I was getting
no. He took his shirt off. That's why I was like, what is happening? So, Brett, have you gotten any new items you'd like to show off?
Oh yeah, we didn't get to ask you.
I know.
That's right.
Oh, we did that before you popped on.
I think I showed the guys last time, but I'll show them for the show. Yeah, I got a couple. Hold on a second.
There you go.
Sweet. Way to go, honey, with the save.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You see why I want to do a show with her? You see?
She's a good woman.
She's good, man.
I couldn't have my wife on here because I'd have to expose all the stuff I try to sneak in here.
She's like, you got what?
Have a separate entrance to the downstairs.
Well, yeah, there's a garage and there's sliding doors over here.
Oh, there you go. Then that's an easy sneak.
I'd have her on it, and Brett and Joe be like, anything new? And I'd be like,
No.
I quit collecting as of, you know. He's holding up a piece of paper. No, sir.
Okay, I'm splurging. I grabbed a brewski. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
So the
We're drinking
first
the good old
thing, we
Corona.
got that Halloween 2023 calendar,
Oh, nice.
the wall calendar.
yeah, I'm still
Where'd you
waiting for
pick up
mine.
that
I don't know
guy?
where it's coming. Why it's taking so long.
The company is called, what is this? Poster Foundry, but it's on Amazon because it's cheaper through Amazon because this Poster Foundry company ended up charging more for shipping. So I'm like, up Prime, here we go.
Yep.
Nice.
It was cheap. What was it, like 15, 16 bucks? Shipped or something like that?
Yeah, through Amazon it was.
The running
Amazon.
price for a calendar, not bad.
Not bad at
Yeah.
all.
And this beautiful rabbit in red wooden sign.
That is real cool.
And we gotta thank our friend Chicago Boogeyman Brian here.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
that's-
Chicago Boogeyman.
Yep. And the non-Halloween item, because it was a Black Friday thing, it took for a while to ship, is a hardcover autographed script from Fright Night,
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's
signed
nice.
by Tom Holland, director of the film, screenwriter.
Yeah.
And,
Super cool.
Nice.
He did Child's Play, did the first Child's
Yeah,
Play.
Yeah.
that's right.
But
That is
yeah,
too
this
cool.
thing was like not even $30 and hardcover signed. I was like, oh, I got to do that.
Oh, damn.
Very
Wow.
nice.
That's dope, man. Damn.
Those were the three. And then, I got this for Christmas. I got to open this thing up. So it's.
Oh, that's fun. I knew all the. Okay, we have that and we
You
played.
have this?
I have that. I have that.
Oh, Pat, I
should
can't do
play
this with
around
them. They're going to know
on,
about it.
They're gonna
on
they're
a
gonna ace
podcast.
it. They're gonna kick our ass. If
Hey, you know what? Hey,
they're
let's
porno
play-
trivia, we'll be naked on camera.
Is it open? Did you open it yet?
You're damn right I did.
Oh, I love the fact that you don't cuss. I love it, man.
Hey, I'm trying to be good after the last 9 days.
I understand.
Let's
I
get it.
understand.
We don't want to address
I've
that.
got them open.
Hey, you know what? They're fairly simple. So if you want, let's do a couple of that. That's a great that's a fun game.
Okay. So what am I just going to ask it and we're going to see if anybody's going to answer or you guys are going to answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, this first one is great. I love this one. What 1982 film directed by Wes Craven centers around a scientist who is transformed into a plant-based monstrous creature?
Oh,
Swamp Thing.
yeah.
Ah, you got it. Swamp Thing.
Way to go. There you go, Pat.
It threw me off for a second. So I forgot it was Wes Craven.
That's
Now,
right.
here's a movie. Well, I think Joe said he was a fan of it. I know Pat's a fan of it. What is the movie poster tagline for the 1985 movie House?
It's I remember the hand. The hand is pushing the doorbell and it says fuck.
Oh shit! And we just did that
Oh,
review a few months back, and I
Yeah.
remember.
It's
Shit.
I can see it.
Yeah, me too. I can see the poster. I just can't remember. I know there's a tagline. I can't remember what it was.
This one's hilarious. I'll save that dumbass one.
It's
Wow,
like
I'm gonna have to study because I know I'm gonna kick myself when you say it. What is it?
Ding dong, you're dead.
I was just Googling it. That's why I started laughing.
no cheating.
Yeah, I was
No
trying not to
cheating.
I'm
cheat.
gonna answer.
No cheating.
You know I'm cheating if you see me go like this. So I'm looking at the other screen.
That's what I was doing.
This is the ultimate hard one here. What 1978 classic horror film was originally titled The Babysitter Murders?
Oh, Halloween.
Oh God,
Halloween.
yeah.
Here's two good ones for you. We'll just do a couple of them, and you can tell me when to stop.
No, these are fun. I love them.
This 1982 film features an escaped mental patient with a drill who decides to crash a high school student slumber party.
It's the
Summer Party Massacre. That's right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Remember
Now,
my
here's
buddy?
one.
That's my buddy, the driller killer.
The
Well, here's a
Driller
John
Killer, right.
Carpenter. John Carpenter related one, which
I
I
love
should have
you.
remembered this. The thing arrives at Outpost 31 in Antarctica disguised as what animal?
A doggy.
Yeah.
What type of dog?
It's a husky.
A husky.
Hey, Mary Beth got it first. There we go.
She beat us to it. The husky.
Great questions.
She's like damn straight.
Okay, here's me and animals. Like, I was so infuriated. I was like, why are they shooting at the dog? What did the dog do to them?
I was like, they're creatures. No, they're killing the dogs. It's an alien. No, they're not. They're killing the dog. I was like, the dogs are already fucking dead. I was like, don't worry about it. They're fucking dead.
Jeez, how were you during Cujo? That don't hurt the dog. Don't hurt the dog.
Basically.
That whole dog
I won't-
sequence, though, in the
so
cage.
I was once told to watch the John Wick movies. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. And then I was told his dog died and he was seeking revenge. And I was like, I will never watch this movie.
That, you know what, that part's rough, but you get past that, that's fine. He does get another dog, and that dog's been fine ever since. I hope they don't
Okay,
kill that
That's
one.
right.
There's
That's
hope.
right. There's redemption.
Hope.
There's redemption.
That was not followed up on.
Hey, we all love Halloween. Lester
Mhm.
gets killed in Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And then you heard the duh.
It's so sad.
And that was shot in reverse, right, Pat?
That was
If I
shot in
recall.
reverse. Yes.
Too
Oh,
awesome.
man. Oh, here's one of my favorite movies here. Which Peter Jackson film stars Michael J. Fox as a ghost hunter?
The Frighteners. No.
Frighteners.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
This is a pretty easy one, but we'll throw it out there. Wes Craven directed what 1991 film about two adults and a juvenile who break into a brother and sister's house and find something disturbing?
Is it The Last House? No.
No, that was
No. Oh, you're talking. People Under the Stairs.
Yes.
Well,
Very
I
good.
like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
This one I couldn't figure out. This, Joe, I don't know. This is just my guess. I wouldn't have gotten this one. I'll see if you get it, Joe, but I think Pat might get this one. What 1981 sequel is the feature film directorial debut of James Cameron?
sequel directorial. Ooh.
Yeah, what 1981 sequel is the feature film directorial debut of James Cameron?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, it's not Terminator.
No.
No, it's
No.
not. It's
This
it's
is horror.
T2.
That's
Not Terminator 2.
No.
No.
What's the
1980
horror one?
81?
81. Year I was born. That's the trivia.
So 1980. Oh, are you guys Googling? Stop it. Well, it's not
Because
Halloween.
86 he did
Two.
Aliens. He did the
That's the
Abyss. Did he do the Abyss? No.
I'll give you a hint. They remade the first movie. And actually, did they do two of them as remakes? But the first one had a whole bunch of people like Richard Dreyfuss. This is the remake I'm talking about. Richard Dreyfuss was in the opening scene. Christopher Lloyd was the whack job that knew what was going on in the movie. Does that give any hints?
Oh my god. It's driving me
No.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh."
Should I just
Yeah, because I'm trying not to cheat. I'm trying not to Google.
Yeah, me neither.
Piranha 2,
Oh.
the spawning.
Oh,
Piranha
I
fucking.
forgot
2.
that. Honestly, I completely forgot that he did that. Completely.
Stop leaning on
I
the
know.
table.
We'll do
Sorry.
another John Carpenter one here. What does the green liquid contain in the 1987 film Prince of Darkness?
What does it contain? I mean, I know it's evil, but
Yeah, that's pretty much. It says the essence of Satan, right?
yeah, it's like the essence of
Mm.
yeah.
Wow.
But, yeah.
That's a tough one. They'd be specific.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Satan.
A little specific, but
No,
Those
those
are
are
the
fun,
worst
man.
ones.
yeah, well, yeah. I'll put those away. Those ones that we already talked about, and I will. Yes.
Those are cool. That was real fun. To
That's
just,
yeah, I gotta brush up because I was like, whoa, some of them threw me for a loop, and some I know when I'm like, you know what it is? It's like watching a game show.
Yep.
When you're watching the game show, you're like, Jesus Christ, you're screaming the answers, and then you're like, why don't you know this?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, now we're doing it. I'm like, fuck, why don't I know this?
That's
yeah,
us with Wheel of Fortune at our house.
I agree. Like,
Pick
what
a
the fuck?
fucking vowel. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. But no, that's cool, man. So yeah, we talked about that. Anything else you'd like to discuss with the fellas? Anything new?
You guys probably discussed Megan before I got on, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
we
yeah,
did.
but give us
we
your
did.
review.
Did you
saw
see it?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was thought it was pretty effective. I would
Yeah.
hope that they have like an unrated cut or something down the line
That's
with
what
it.
we talked about.
Mhm.
Yeah, the girl was very good in it. She looks like a damn Olsen twin, but
Yeah. She had a little fucking. Her charging pad was weird. That she would just sit there in the corner, charging like that. Yeah, I was like,
damn scarecrow.
Her dance was absurd, though.
Oh, the dance was awesome. Everybody's gonna be doing that thing.
I was just like, is this for real?
That samurai sword, I was like, oh god, this is gonna be wild. But
that guy should have. He should have had a really like bad death. He was an asshole. I wanted him to like really get fucked up. That the boss or whatever, the main guy.
CEO, yeah,
that guy. He deserved to die. Ugly.
That abusive bastard.
That piece of shit. But no, that we give it. What we do, brothers, we give it sushis, right? So we rank it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we give it.
How many sushis?
How many?
10?
So how many sushis out of 10 do you give Megan? I think MB did 6.5. I did 6. Pat did 6 too, right?
Yep,
6. What do you give it, Brett?
I would give it a 6.8. I'm gonna go. If we're gonna go decimal points, I'll go 6.8.
Oh,
6.8 to the dismount.
Yeah,
I like
6.8.
I think your signal's breaking up there, Brett. I think your signal's breaking up. No, I'm just playing.
You got me. You got me.
6 point what?
That's what Jeremy did to me when I put the thing as number 7. He's like, sorry, gotta go.
It's like, well, I gotta go. He's like, wait a second. He's like, you're wearing the T-shirt and you put it at number 7.
You put vampires over this? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Vampires is cool. It had some real gruesome deaths, like when he stabs that guy in the midsection and rips him up like that, and that's cool, man. That's really cool stuff, man. I don't care.
Well, he could have gave me shit for putting Memoirs of an Invisible Man above Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, I was at my daughter's practice tonight, and while I was just surfing the internet, Dave McRae did a show on the Carpenter films, and he listed them all, but he didn't list Memoirs of Invisible Man. So I sent in a $1.99 super chat to him, and he saw the name, of course, and he looked, and he kind of smirked about it for obvious reasons. He's like, Brett Patrick. He's like, I didn't, you know what? That wasn't on the list, Brett. I don't know why. He's like, I've seen it. Not my favorite film of his, but I was asking why he didn't list it on those. But anyways, yeah, I think it's a fun movie. I'm going to watch it this week if I got time.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. I love Chevy Chase, and I like the way it played out. I love that it's a dark film. It's not something you would expect from Carpenter because it's not really a horror movie. It's like a thriller, and it's not something you expect Chevy Chase to be doing. And I just thought it was great. Great premise, played out nice, and it was pretty cool effects.
Absolutely.
So,
cheers.
everybody give it a watch
Sam Neill,
again.
too.
Sam Neill, Michael McKean. Yeah, I enjoy it. But that's why I was like, am I going to get shit for this? Because I do love Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, it's the Carpenter films are tough because there's so many good ones.
Because they change, right, Pat?
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. And you got to. It could change next week. I could watch 1 or 2 more of them and be like, you know what, I really got to shuffle these. I don't think my top 4 will ever change, but 5 to 10 could very easily move around.
Absolutely. Now it's real cool that, today is his birthday and we kind of celebrate a guy who had a lot to do with, what we're currently doing, specifically, all the Halloween memorabilia and everything. He's the man, so to speak, everybody after him is, I appreciate their contributions, but without his vision, without, him, we wouldn't be able to, celebrate the movie as much as we do. So it's real cool to just kind of look back and appreciate the films that he's been associated with. And then, being grateful to buy merch and, collectibles and stuff like that, because in a way, John Carpenter brought us together in a way.
We're all friends through this
absolutely.
movie. And if you ask if I get my wife is in bed, I could tell her, why don't you come down and tell us what you think John Carpenter's contribution is? Or what did he do for you? She'd say, he took my fucking basement from me.
Took 6 figures from me. 6 figures,
Yeah.
$8.
Probably very easily.
Ultimately, yeah, because I can remember when we first started dating. We like to just watch
We're
movies at
dating?
home, and I know. And one of the first movies we bought together as a couple on Prime was Halloween. It was, and it's the first. I believe it's the first one. I think it's the first one, right? It's like
I think we rented the first
we've
one.
rented it and then we bought it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something that I always put on, and she never complains when I put it on. That's when you know you got a good woman, fellas. As if you can put Halloween on and she doesn't complain, that's a winner. That's winner.
My wife won't complain if usually if I'm watching something and she's just like in the background, maybe on her phone or whatever. If I put it on, she won't complain. She'll eye roll. She'll like, but she won't complain. And to her credit, I can tell you, we got married in 1999 and we bought our first house in 2000. And I remember we bought like this. Actually, the entertainment center is right on the other side of here. We still have it, and we got this big TV. And for my birthday, she bought me a DVD player because they were the big things back in the late mid to late 90s. She got me my first DVD player, and the first movie she bought me was Halloween.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's super sweet.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, that was one of the first Blu-rays, I think. That was one of the first Blu-rays, I think, out there too, if I remember right. At least maybe from Anchor Bay. Wasn't it Anchor Bay the first? Did they do the
Anchor
first
Bay.
one?
Yeah, Anchor Bay did all the releases back then.
Yeah.
So cool.
My wife doesn't care as much as long as it's October. That's how she looks at it. It's like, don't watch a damn Christmas movie in July. That type of stuff. That's her thing. So, but the problem is they're on AMC, right? So I have them on, like, if the kids aren't around or whatnot. And she's like, these are on again tomorrow too. I'm like, you know how much they draw ratings and they're on all the time. That's why they're always on in October. Yeah, they draw more ratings than any other film franchise.
Well, I put the AMC, the what the hell is the
Monster Fest or whatever.
Yeah, the AMC Fear Fest.
It's
always on. And like if I'm in the kitchen, when I'm in the kitchen, I have to have the TV on because I just need it in the background. So I'll have it on and I'll just thumb through the channels and she'll hear the music. She's in the other room. She's like, seriously? Seriously?
No.
I'm like, what? It's on. It's in the background. It's on.
It came out a couple weeks ago when my wife wasn't home. I had it on AMC when my kids were home with me. I did not let them watch. I let them watch like the errors. I'm like, you guys want to see some screw ups, and it's all by the hedge and all that. They're like, was that supposed to be there? I'm like, no. And then I turned it off. Like, oh, we want to watch it some more. I'm like, hell no. Your mom will kill me.
No more.
No, but how old will they be when you let them watch it?
It's a real good question. They really, my son is very, that stuff really bothers him, but my daughter really wants to right away. She's kind of fearless when it comes to that stuff. I don't know. That's a good question. It probably, I think I would go into junior high. I think that's probably a safe bet for me. I might go a little bit less, but I'm thinking about my wife in this answer. How about that?
Yeah, whatever she says. Yeah, I'm trying to remember when I showed my kids. They had to be, oh God, probably 8th grade maybe when they saw it.
Oh, so you're thinking of it like that, like junior high or
Yeah, I think they were around 8th grade, and it was and honestly, it's going to be very underwhelming because I was like, "What'd you think?" And they were like, "It was fun." I'm like, they're like, but because it's a product of its time, and it's not like the movies you see nowadays. And I was a little annoyed because I remember showing my daughter, and she was just like, "Yeah, it was all right." And I'm like, "Well, what else are you watching that I'm not aware of? That you're telling me this is tame?" She's like, "Nothing." Because we have Netflix, who knows? If she put some other shit on back then, because she loves horror. Now she watches horror movies because now she's older, obviously. And she's always like, "What horror movies, Dad, can I watch?" I told you guys the story how they as soon as they started sawing the girl in half with the hacksaw, Art the Clown. She's like, "All right, we're out." She's like, she likes the horror movies, not necessarily gore.
Did you show them something, Pat, that you knew that was going to scare the shit out of them, though, at least? Or that would be my next question.
I thought they would. I remember showing them. Well, we have these, I've told you guys before. We have backyard movie nights where I put up the screen in the backyard, and we have a projector, and we sit. And her friend, she loves it when her friends come over, and they'll camp out outside. They'll set up a tent, and they'll lay in sleeping bags and stuff, and I'll put the movie on, and they're like, "Dad, come on, let's pick a scary movie." So I was like, "What about The Exorcist?" I'm like, because they'd never seen The Exorcist. So I put it on, and they're watching it. And I'd come out and check on them. You girls okay? You want something to drink? You want soda? You want more snacks? Like, no, we're good. And my wife comes to see, like, oh, what are they watching? She looks like, oh, I'm out of here.
Watch this.
I told you guys the story. My wife
Good
will not
reason.
watch. My wife doesn't want to watch that movie. It gave her the worst nightmares. And
I've never seen it before.
She's
and
like,
it's
I will not
something-
watch it unless it's during the day. It's in daylight. At night, she just turned to. I'm out. Nope. But they liked it. But The Exorcist, admittedly, is a slow burn because you have the whole beginning where it's like the archaeological dig and the findings, and it's leading up to all that. And it's really the third act, which is the best. That's the part they liked.
Yeah.
I showed him The
I can't.
Exorcist. What
She
else?
won't watch it.
You know what? I would show if my kids are probably my daughter more, if she's like, I want to see something that's going to scare the hell out of me, I would probably show her the first Paranormal Activity, because when I came home from the theater, I had the light on. It freaked me out. That first one.
Oh yeah.
The first one,
Yes.
when you first see that movie, holy shit.
I remember what was it? The Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
The Blair Witch scared the dog shit out of me because I thought it was real. At the time, they had promoted it as a real thing. And I remember that movie was terrifying.
It promoted runny noses on screen too.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I had that creepy ending where she just gets down there and she sees him standing there, and then all of a sudden he goes, "You're like, dude, what the hell happened?"
Yep.
It was effective, very effective for what it was. It's not always about gore. I mean, gore is fun. I'm not gonna lie, but when it's creepy and suspenseful like that, where it's like John Carpenter, 75 years old today, it's like it's what do they call it? Theater of the mind. What you don't see tends to scare you more than what you're seeing.
Absolutely.
Silence is everything, right? It's
because think of it as a kid when you're scared at night and you're under the covers. I remember having nightmares when I was a kid, way back when. And you're under the covers, you hear things at night, and you're scared to death. But did you see anything? No. You might have heard something, but you didn't see it.
Yeah.
And you were scared shitless.
Yeah, he epitomized, or he created the boogeyman. Like Michael Myers for the first film was the boogeyman. He wasn't like a real thing. You know what I mean? He was just evil incarnate, the boogeyman. I remember being so fascinated with the fact that Michael Myers was the boogeyman. All these years later, now he's just some dude that goes around killing people. There's no mystery to him. You just see him walking around, going into people's houses and killing them. That's not scary to me.
No.
It's like what you said, Pat. It's like him not knowing where he is.
Right.
Out of nowhere, he just shows up and he does those acts. That's what John Carpenter did for us.
With John Carpenter, I could put him up to anybody. I think we could all agree. I don't think there's anybody that's made a movie that has had music be so effectful for the movie. It's its own character. It can't. The movie doesn't work nearly really without the music at all. Sorry, the soundtrack and the score.
No way.
You watch that movie silent, or you watch it with some other music, or just with dialogue. It doesn't work.
Yeah, because it taps into one of your major senses. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like auditory, like suspense, and the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you're involved in the film in more than one way than just watching it. You know what I mean? You hear it, you feel it. You are like you're looking over your shoulder. Like Michael is right here, over our shoulder. And in the movies, you felt like you didn't know where he was. He's just that's the beauty of that movie. The
less you know about him, the more effective it is too.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah,
by far.
We got to give Carpenter credit too. That hasn't been talked about as much recently, but it's got to be acknowledged. Him coming back to do the music for these new movies was a big deal. He wanted really nothing to do with the Halloweens for a while, and they talked him into doing it. And God bless it. would have been nice to
Yeah.
have him more in a creative capacity, but he doesn't really want to do that. So it's not him.
Yeah, and the soundtracks are great. All three movies, the soundtracks are fantastic.
2018 is second to me, the best, second best.
That's my third.
Third or fourth for me. Yeah.
Third, yeah, because the first two are still my favorites. It's not going to be topped, but that's definitely. We did the rankings of the soundtracks, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We did the soundtracks, I think.
Well, now we got to do an updated version with the new one.
I did a ranking of the soundtracks, I think, on my channel way back when. I'm gonna have to update it now with ends on it, but I know my first, it was 1, 2, 2018, and Halloween 3.
Ooh,
I love the soundtrack in Halloween
very
3.
nice. Yeah.
Halloween 3.
Very,
Those are my
very,
favorite 4.
very
Oh.
techno.
I started reading the book this week, and when I was waiting in lines too, very good. I'm Tommy Lee Wallace's book. I'm about 25 pages into
It's
it.
getting a lot of hate for the amount of blank space in the book and the amount of memes that they said there's not a lot of content for the price of the book.
Oh.
That's what I'm seeing all over the place.
I can see that if you're not a diehard fan like we are, but I think it's worth the cost for at least our status of a fan. But
I gotta buy it. Yeah.
There's definitely a lot leading up to Halloween 3. I think maybe I thought somebody might have an issue with that, but I don't see a big deal with that. I'm always, fascinated. He's responsible for the mask. They're creating the mask, for God's sake.
What we see on everything that we buy on, that mask, man.
Now, did you guys meet him?
No.
Have you guys met him before?
I met Tommy Lee Wallace. Yeah,
I've never
twice,
met him.
actually, twice.
Yeah, fun, humble guy to talk to.
He is. He's actually very nice, very down to earth, and very cool. And you bring up Halloween 3, and he's very happy to talk about it because he is loving that it's found life after all these years.
Right.
It's cool. It's cool to be like the not the most famous one, but kind of like the cool, edgy one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's kind of where he's fit into that little. He's fit into a nice little groove. You don't get too much attention. You just get just enough. I love it.
He's done a lot though too. You think about it, like Fright Night 2 isn't a great sequel by any means, but it's fun. In the TV movie to It, man, it's
great.
It's fantastic. I can do my Pennywise impression, but it's the new one, not the old one, so it's all right.
Oh, you're Georgie, right?
Hey, Georgie, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. That's right. But what about your boat? I love it.
To believe that's the guy that was in Barbarian in the
Not
house.
to say, too bad he didn't answer the door. Like, hello, come inside the house.
You know what? That movie took a turn. I thought, just real quick, that guy was the fucking killer. I kept every second. I was like,
I thought so.
Any second now, and it wasn't him.
Yeah, that was I think when we talked about it, I'm like, that movie reminded me of Cabin in the Woods, where it started out and you had no fucking clue where it was gonna go.
Totally different world. Yeah, it's like, oh god,
because you kept watching him and like, this guy's creepy. He's gonna do something, and you never expected it to take the turn it took.
And it was that fucking, hey, baby.
It's got a big ugly boob. It's like.
And he was drinking the milk.
Oh god, Justin Long. Justin Long, what a piece of shit in that movie.
A new fear in me. I had not stayed at an Airbnb until this weekend. I have in the past, but since watching that movie, I hadn't stayed in an Airbnb. And I was telling Joe, I was like, I need a taser or something. The house we stayed at, next to the garage was kind of like they built on to the house and made like a little studio apartment, and apparently somebody lived there, and I'm like, no way. Oh my god,
to the door.
Yeah, somebody was gonna come on, baby.
Yeah. Baby. I was just like, oh my god, I'm glad I'm sharing a room.
Hey, she calls me, I'm scared. I'm like, nah, that's what your ass gets for leaving me. That's what you get.
And I had thought of that too, because it's in a couple of weeks. My daughter's got to go down. We got to go down to Orlando, down to Disney for a cheer competition. And they're trying to get us to go, and I keep saying I don't want to go. My wife's like, she doesn't want to go by herself. She's like, it's around my birthday. It's the same week as my birthday. She's like, well, just go down and make it a trip for your birthday, whatever. I'm like, whatever. She's like, well, we go to Epcot and do the beers around the world to try to entice me. And I'm like, no. But she's like, well, get an Airbnb, and I hadn't thought of it until you brought that up, and I'm like, well, shit.
Yes, I want a taser now or something.
You see a basement door?
Don't open pepper spray.
Like James Wood says in Scary Movie 2 when he walks into the room there, fuck this.
Oh, yeah. Fuck this. Oh, I love that part. She's like,
that's the best part of that sequel.
And she's like this.
Those damn enchiladas.
Those enchiladas.
Dude, that part is so funny. Oh God.
You know what? You know how many times if I've ever watched The Exorcist, I've gone and watched that movie just to kind of make it funny to me. I've done that.
Oh yeah, I have too.
Yeah, like I had to kind of get it out of my mind and just oh my God, what's that movie with Leslie Nielsen?
Repossessed.
Yeah, Repossessed. Early 90s.
Yes, I have watched The Exorcist and then watched Repossessed, and it made me feel better.
Repossessed is great. So MB, you haven't seen The Exorcist, you said, right?
No,
you gotta watch it because the Blumhouse one this year is a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know.
You're gonna have to break down. You're gonna have to break down.
The last exorcism-ish movie that we watched was Veronica or Veronica.
Oh, have you seen that, Veronica?
Netflix.
Gesundheit.
Veronica. It's called. It's just. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's called Veronica.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
You guys would be shitting yourselves. Okay, back.
It's
I'm gonna write it down.
I don't remember if it was in Spanish with subtitles or if it was dubbed. But essentially, this.
Okay, no. So this young lady, her and her friends, they play with a Ouija board.
Right, and she goes to Catholic school.
And
they supposed to be doing this, and weird demonic things start happening in her house.
And she's taking care of her little siblings.
And ugly things are happening to the siblings.
Yeah.
And there's a twist in the end that you don't see coming, and I had nightmares. She
would wake up crying.
She
would cry because of this fucking movie.
It takes place in Madrid. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared, and I was like, yeah, this is not for me.
It's kind of makes it more creepy because it's like
Catholic school. Yeah. It hit a little too close to home.
Yeah, it'll mess you up, especially because it's like it takes place in a foreign country. I don't know if it's like Argentina or something like that. But it's spooky, guys. It is spooky.
How many years of Catholic school, MB?
I did Catholic school in elementary school, went to public middle school, and then I did half of high school in Catholic school, and then I went to a Catholic university.
Wow, you've gone back and forth.
I did 10 years, and I said, that's it, I'm out.
My wife and sister was all the way Catholic into college.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Lisa's that.
That's great.
I went to Catholic school until junior high, and that was it. I was like,
that's great.
Yeah, I went to public high school. That was it. I didn't go to Catholic.
I guess I'm the only true sinner here.
No, not at all.
Damn.
Not at all. But when I feel like when you have that kind of stuff ingrained in you when you're such a small child, like it hits different on these movies when they bring that religious aspect in. I don't know.
But that's what fascinates me is that, despite y'all's upbringings like that, y'all weren't, you didn't stay away from the horror, the love of horror. That's interesting to me. Because I feel
like there's
I think that makes me feel rebellish.
Yeah, pretty much. They're telling you to stay away because when somebody says don't do it, what do you do as a kid?
You're gonna do it.
Go over there.
Right.
Okay, that's the first thing.
And it's not. And I always defend horror movies to the fact that it's art, right? It's art. It's something that somebody created for entertainment, and it's just a genre of film that we prefer over a la comedy or whatever. It's just the fact that action or whatever. It's just art. People make these movies for entertainment, and I don't associate watching horror films with being I don't want to say being
It's
very, yeah.
It's strictly entertainment. If you can't,
right.
if you can't divide that up, that's problematic.
There's other
Yeah,
issues.
it's just that real people are quick to judge, especially like, if they see somebody who's wearing a Halloween shirt, have tattoos, you get labeled real easily. You get thrown in a little category of, oh, you're a dark person over here. No, I don't think that's what we are at all. If I was dark, I don't think you would be with me.
That's kind of like what did they call it when we were growing up? Like the goth people that dressed it up like with black makeup and everything.
Yeah,
we're not goth. No offense to goth, but just not goth.
Not good.
I should have had my nails painted black. Eyeliner. All that, and be like the
little black tear.
Your hair.
What's up, guys? Oh yeah. Hold on. Gotta get the little emo cut. What's up, guys? I don't know.
Extra long bang on one side and short on the other.
I don't know if I can do the show tonight. I'm not feeling good.
Whatever.
I thought you were kind of doing like the Michael Jackson on what's that, Eddie Murphy?
I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys are into Batman like I'm into Batman, but we were just talking the other day. I was like, I did not like Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. What? He was so emo and emotional and just.
I didn't buy it. Mary Beth, I didn't buy it. I liked the movie. I liked him as Batman, but any of the Bruce Wayne stuff was pretty bad. I was like, oh.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I'm not alone. I knew it was an unpopular opinion, but I'm not alone.
I was just sick of that damn Nirvana song being played over and over.
Oh, yeah.
Over the whole goddamn soundtrack was that fucking Nirvana song, man. I was like, damn.
Aren't you curious what the next one of that series will be like with him? It's like, it's getting some pretty high expectations because it was just too damn long. That was the problem with that movie for me.
Yeah. It was long too. Yep. No, I want to see the new villains. I'm excited about the villains.
Oh, but Colin Farrell as a Penguin, I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, Colin Farrell and well, I always seen the Riddler guy somewhere. He's been in a handful of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's all right. I remember him from The Girl Next Door. Remember that?
Yeah, he's one of the guys that films the porn. That's right.
He's the guy with the.
Oh, did you ever see There Will Be Blood? He was in that with Daniel Day-Lewis.
That's
He's
right.
in that movie too.
That's right. That's a good movie. Love Daniel Day. I wish he would do a horror movie. That motherfucker.
He would be good.
Retired like the third time he's retired now.
I'll come back.
He
was awesome in Gangs in New York. Did you see that movie where he's the butcher? Oh god.
Oh yeah. He needs to come back and do a horror movie. Swear to God. Just one movie, one horror movie. Just get paid and then go away. That's all we want.
Plug my computer at home.
No, that's such a good point. No, but back to the Batman, because you were really like pissed off about Robert Pattinson. I said she had the audacity to say that fucking.
The other day I said, you know what? I'm ready for a new Batman series, and he was like, "What do you mean? Robert Pattinson is the new Batman?" I was like, "No, I'm over that."
She said, "No, who did you say was better than him?"
Oh, I was like, "Oh, George Clooney."
Hell no,
that movie over this one again.
No,
look at Brett's face. Like
Batman and
Robert Pattinson.
Batman and Robin sucked. It was straight ass cheeks, bro. Straight ass cheeks.
That movie's only worth watching for Arnold being so cheesy in that movie.
Yeah, yes, that's the only
everybody chill.
Yeah, everybody chill.
The best is when they come in through remember they come through the roof, the glass roof, and he's hi.
Oh man, on Arnold. Hey, everybody, chill.
The big
so
bat.
corny, dude.
Where's the bat? Get him quick.
Fucking corny.
That would be a good.
Batman was good. It was a long movie. You got your money's worth. The villains were good. It's just Robert Pattinson's emo Bruce Wayne was trash. I get that, but it's not fucking better than.
Trash.
Ugh.
Trash.
They got worse as they went on there.
Don't you be mean to Alfred? Don't do it. You don't disrespect that man.
This isn't the OG Alfred from the first.
Oh
my God. Yeah, I was about to say the top 10 Arnold films would be a good thing to do.
Oh my Lord. Oh,
do it. So ready. Do it. I'm right here. Do it. Do it. When he gets hit, blow. When he gets hit, all the blood, blow.
Into the chopper.
Did you ever?
No.
Who did it? I think it was on Howard Stern, where somebody impersonated Arnold as Jesus. You can't gamble in here. It's God's temple. Get out. He's walking on water.
I mean, I love that everybody has an Arnold impression. He's like, "Come with me if you want to live."
That would be great to do. I'm telling you, top 10 Arnold.
Kindergarten Cop is where all that dialogue comes here. Make fun of that.
Absolutely. Have you seen the? No more. No, what he said. Stop crying. Stop eating everybody's lunches.
Shut up.
Oh man, have you seen on YouTube? There's these compilation videos called the 200 best lines or Arnold's best lines. Just Google it or YouTube it, dude. You'll be entertained for like 20-30 minutes straight. I swear to God.
Have you ever heard like those prank calls where somebody like took all the dialogue and they pick the pieces of dialogue as they're calling somebody?
Yeah,
they have the Arnold ones all the time. It's like almost all Kindergarten Cop.
Those are really good. You know what? If I find the links to the YouTube videos, I'll send them to you guys. Just
it's a good YouTube video unrelated to this, but like like a good compilation video when you have time, because I think it's like 2.5 hours long. Somebody went through, because I'm a big that 70s show fan. That Halloween movie collector. I'm a big that 70s show fan. Somebody went through and made a whole like 2.5 or 3 hour video of all of them sitting around the circle getting stoned.
What?
And it's just a loop of the whole circle when they're all getting stoned from the start to the very last one.
What the hell?
I sat there for like 2.5 hours one night with a cooler full of beer, and I just fucking laughed my balls off, dude. It's funny.
Damn.
Go look it up. It's somebody it's like 2.5 or 3 hours long, but it's every single circle scene from every episode in order.
So it sounds like what we did the one time, us three, when we weren't on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Here goes Brett.
I have a picture of that. I don't have a video. I have a picture.
Well, no, you did fall asleep. God, we were doing a one watch along, and you did fall asleep. You started to nod off on one of the watch alongs too. I forget which one.
Towards the end, I think it was the Santa Claus one.
Yeah, because I remember looking at him. I'm like, oh shit, Brett
he's gone. There he goes. It's over.
I think you said it, Pat. Like you can see his battery slowly, it's like slowly dying. He's like,
with you three, with you guys, what was so funny when we were doing that when we weren't on the air is because I just opened up that high barrel aged beer and just drank it within like a half hour talking to you guys.
Oh, he's seen it. Yeah, Frostbite 68. He saw it. Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours. It's long.
That's crazy.
It's so freaking worth it. If you have like time to kill one night, get a cooler full of beer and a couple of snacks, and just watch every single circle.
I saw Frostbite's previous comment about vampires. I totally agree. Vampires is great.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's our neighbor Michael.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a collector too. He's into comic books and he loves The Walking Dead and all that good stuff. So he's a good guy. Good guy. We're probably gonna go to what's that convention coming up?
Oh, it's Retromania.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of 90s and video game stuff too.
Yeah.
Right?
It's here in New Braunfels. Yeah.
It'll be this weekend.
This weekend. Yeah. So we're gonna go to a Retromania thing. I don't know. So he'll be going with us. We'll have a good time.
You get a lot of stuff down there.
I was saying that.
You guys were like talking to Sean Clark about that. We're like, God damn, there's so much stuff down in freaking Texas.
I'm telling you, bro. It's so apparently the guy who played Leonardo and I think Michelangelo from the original movie, they're gonna be there signing and stuff. Not the voice actors, the actual guys in the suit, if I'm not mistaken. I think. So yeah, that's another thing we got. I forgot about that. I'm glad you mentioned.
Well, damn it, Brett's going to be away, or I was going to actually make a trip out to Horror Hound, but he's going to be away.
Yeah. Did you see they added somebody good too? Who was it? I'm going to go there. Maybe I could talk to Lisa about flying out from Cincinnati. I'd love to do that. Just go Friday night.
Because I'm like, maybe I'll go if you were going to go. Because I'm not going to do all that driving.
You know who's there? Myself. Because I would need him on my posters. Doug Tate.
Oh,
hopefully he'll be at H45. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's one of my better autograph posters. Is that Halloween Kills with all the orange deco marker signatures on it.
Oh damn! Do you go with your own marker?
I do for most of the time here. I got educated a bit more. It was one of Sean Clark's employees. One of the girls was like, "Don't ever hold those in your hand so they warm up because it's just going to get watered down. And sure enough, that's what happened when I met Christina Ricci. And so they make a Deco Color eraser marker, and that thing worked. I got that thing erased, and she just re-signed it in like a silver Sharpie.
Wow.
No way.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin that shit. Damn.
Yeah, I saw now. I leave them in my bag, keep them in a cool place, and heck, I used it this weekend at the Cubs convention. So, and it sure ever since that happened at Steel City Con back in March or April, it's the truth. I was like, wow, just don't hold them in your hands, otherwise it'll just water out.
I never would have thought of some shit like that. Never.
Are you using them because you're getting? Have you gotten any of your Funkos? Because you're a big Funko Pop guy. Have you ever gotten those autographs?
I have some autograph. Yeah, I got a good collection, but I never put no thought into it. They have, you know what I mean? Like now that you mention it, I didn't know if I would be able to do that or if they would be like, nah, I got my own. You know what I mean?
Most of the time they have them anyways. I know with Sean's clients, they usually always have some real nice ones. So I usually don't even think twice about it most of the time. But if it's something I'm trying to match up to what I already had on there, yeah, that's what I try to use the same
like,
one.
please sign this. I am paying you top dollar for the signature, so please use this pen.
They don't care. Sometimes they'll get questions like, "Oh, well, because I just used this and it worked out really fine." So I'm like, "Okay, well, we'll just go with it." Sometimes that's you cool, do because you don't know what's going to happen with one of your markers. They're just trying to, make sure nothing happens to when they're signing it.
So, yeah, that's true. That is very true. Never would have thought about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, the only one I had that got a little smeared, which I probably should have him redo, was when I had Charles Cyphers sign something that kind of got smeared, and he tried to go over it again, so it's a little wonky, but it's all right.
God damn it, Charles! I mean, no blasphemy. Sorry.
Will you put that thing away?
All right. That's the greatest straight out of context dialogue ever, right there.
That's right. That's the wrong one. Second one is like, it heightens my sense of security.
And that was the best because I remember when I had him sign that, it was right after 2018, before Kills, and I told him, I said, "Man, it's too bad they didn't ask you to come back." He's like, "I would have if they did." And then like a couple months later, we're like, "Oh, Charles Cyphers is going to be in Halloween Kills."
That is
like,
so
cool. He
cool.
must have been happy now because he said he was going to do it if they asked him.
He was part of the fucking one part that we hated of the movie, the hospital scene.
Yeah, and it's a shame because it was the
damn shame. They couldn't have him like on the streets, going after Michael like the other officers or something.
They don't though. Right? Utilized him. They underutilized all those legacy characters. But I was talking to Brett about this, and I think did we bring it up on the podcast or was it just talking after the fact? I listened to Halloween Ends, the Audible, which is just basically the novelization. So if anybody out there has either read the book or listened to the novelization, there is so many things in that book that would have made that movie 1,000 times better. Damn. So much Myers scenarios in that book that never made it to screen that they should have did, and it would have been a much better film.
That's crazy.
And I think you're right, Pat, though, obviously I think David Gordon Green changed his mind of what he was going to be doing because of the COVID break in there. I bet you that stuff that you told me about, which we don't have to go in detail about it, I bet you they would have shot that if they knew what they were doing at the time with Kills, maybe shooting it for Ends. But
yeah, in the future, maybe we'll do like a podcast or something like that and we can discuss it. You guys go check it out because there's so many things in the book that they could have very easily, because it's instead of it being the Corey Cunningham story, there's so much in the book, it could have been a Myers movie. And he could have been a secondary character, and not Myers be a secondary character. Because I don't have time to read, so I have Audible, and I listen to it on the way back and forth to work. And as I'm like, as I'm commuting, people must be like, "What is this guy fucking talking to himself?" So I'm like, Jesus Christ, why didn't you film that? Why didn't you make that scene? What the hell?
What the hell?
Seriously, it's like, what, the producer's asleep in there? I would have been like, dude, shoot more Myers stuff. There was some really cool stuff that could have went to screen that they didn't do. Really good stuff.
I believe it. Just like, I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment on that because, man, we're stuck with a shit sandwich. We got to eat it.
I would be so tempted. If H45 wasn't happening later this year, I'd be so tempted to go to Texas Frightener, though. Really, that'd be worth it.
We'd love to see you guys.
I wouldn't mind going. Yeah, I mean, I can't do much this year, as I'm sure all of us can't do much because we're all tightening the purse strings for H45.
I'm hooking on the side, everything to make ends meet, so we can go.
I've been selling my body, and it's going
Yeah.
cheap because nobody wants it.
It's going
Yeah,
cheap.
I've been selling. That's why I'm growing all my hair out because I got to sell it. You know, gotta do. You know, gotta go give plasma, semen, all that stuff. You know,
Give blood.
give
More blood, more blood,
More blood. More blood.
more blood.
Yeah, I
it's
got a
gonna
whole
be
pile of
bonkers.
shit back behind. Well, on the other side of that wall, where I've just got to get sold. That I just got to make some money for. Yeah, spent some money a lot recently. So
Right, you can see. So if you see like some weird posts about me, don't worry. It's just for 45. That's all. It's just for age 45.
It's not Joe. Yeah, Joe's just hooking again. He's just
Yeah,
trying to make
he's
himself
just
look
hooking
up.
again.
It's okay.
He's really dedicated to that Halloween stuff, honey. He's really dedicated. You know what I mean?
indeed.
Well, and because I admittedly, I think when we had talked about this, last year was probably one of the most expensive years I've had in a long time.
Oh shit! I don't want to think
I can
about
say that
that.
because I know my wife's asleep. But there was so much stuff that came out. I mean, it was a lot of new stuff. I mean, granted, I picked up some really cool stuff on the side, which you guys are aware of, but there was a lot of shit that came out last year, especially Halloween 2. Every other day,
Yep.
Halloween 2, something came out.
You had some
Always.
Halloween 3 stuff still too,
And there was a lot of Halloween 3 because it was the 40th
They're whoring
anniversary.
it out, right?
Yeah, but they were whoring it out because it was the 40th anniversary. So they just kept. And thankfully, I think I was talking to Joe, or maybe I forget if you were there or Brett too. And I was saying, well, did you see all the Rob Zombie stuff coming out for Trick or Treat Studios? I'm like, thank God I don't collect that anymore. So my purse string will stay okay because I'm not collecting any of that stuff.
You know, Pat, I
No
think
offense. No offense.
you're talking about how expensive was this year. I think my most expensive purchase was my my man-day getaway with Pat. Jerry.
I love that.
All of a sudden, I'm picking up all this stuff. Pat's buying the same thing as me. I'm buying the same thing as him. I'm like, oh shit, this is adding up kind of quick.
I did spend a lot too because we were like two kids in the candy store and we were like, wow, this is great. Let's get that too. Do you have another one? Because Pat wants one too. Get one. Brett wants one. Get one for Brett too.
Hat, the beanie hat.
We go two girls in the mall just shopping.
Dude.
Young shirts, double trouble.
Oh,
Pat and I are going through like Walmarts. We're finding the shirts because I hadn't found the shirts yet, and sure enough, we found them at the one Walmart.
The one Walmart,
Oh.
yeah, with the Walmart.
With
That
the
is
Spencer's
awesome.
gifts. Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted it, but I got one for you too. Cause I was like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I would be so happy, like, oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
We sat at the bar. Remember, we like, oh, let's go have a drink. We'll sit at the bar. We sat at the bar for like 4 hours and got wrecked. Well, got a good
Would you
buzz
like
on.
another? Yes, I
Got a good
would.
buzz on.
I think that's part of what we ended up spending money with spending money on because we hadn't bought really anything yet. And then we were like, let's go check out the vendors now. Just all of a sudden, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh,
Well, yeah, because right, because we walked in and we waited. We had the perfect. That was probably the quickest I've ever gotten signatures at any convention ever.
Yeah.
Because we walked right in and there was nobody online for the Halloween 2 people that I wanted. We got Lance Guest right away. We got Leo Rossi right away, and we would have got Dick Warlock right away, but he showed up a little late because his breakfast showed up late. He said, so he
He's so
apologized.
cute. Oh,
Yeah,
He's
he's like,
awesome.
I'm sorry, my
Adopt him.
breakfast showed up late. I didn't mean to make anybody wait. And we were done. We were done by 11:30 with the signature. So we're like, all right, let's go get something to eat. We sat at the bar for like 2.5 hours. I ate, just kept drinking, and then I think that was what it is because we had a good buzz on it. We were walking around like, yeah, we'll take that. I want that too. Get one for Brett. Brett,
Yeah,
get
we're like-
this. Pat, get that too.
God knows if we would have done that on Friday, there probably would have been more stuff that we didn't notice that was there. But
Now that's the best feeling is when you have the signatures that you wanted, and you're done with that, like the pressure's done. That's the best time. After everything else is a breeze. After that, everything is. Whew.
I got all 3 I wanted within a half an hour.
yeah,
Oh, that's
you know
perfect.
what? It probably would have been worse because I was there on Friday and Pat was already at the hotel. I waited for a long time to get David Arquette. I'm like, Pat, I've been sitting here for a while. He's supposed to be coming back. It was like 3 hours later.
He's like,
David
he's like, it's
Arquette.
taking forever. And I'm sitting back in the hotel room. I had some food, started pounding beers, and Brett finally showed up. And I was probably 12-pack in already at that point. So sorry it took so long. I'm like, it's okay. I had beer. I'm good.
So I'm good. Don't worry about me. You do you. I'm good. I'm good.
So
But no,
outside,
man, hopefully we
had a
can
cigar.
recreate that at age 45 because, I mean, we like to drink. We like to have fun. So
I only drink when I'm thirsty.
I think we're gonna have a good time, man. I think I'm so excited, and I have to say, guys, thank y'all so much for joining us. It's a Monday, MLK. Happy birthday to John Carpenter. So with all that, today was kind of a big day in a way, without
Yeah.
really looking at it that way. So it kind of gave me some time to think about it. And so thank you guys so much for joining us, man.
Anytime.
Yeah.
It's real cool to be surrounded by good people. I mean that.
Joe, you've
from the
become
heart.
a great friend to me, and I'm all Pat will probably he could say it too. It's been great getting to know you, bud.
Both
Missed
of you.
for a while here
Likewise.
now.
Both you and your better half.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you
she's
guys.
all right. She's all right.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Mary Beth. I was including you too. Jesus, I don't mean to.
No, she's gonna be beating on me later. Why did you say that in front of the
Oh
guys?
my
You
God,
beat on me.
whatever.
And I'm like, don't hit me.
Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. She's like, you got tattoos. Nobody can see the bruises. Don't
Well,
worry.
Round the drink again.
Oh.
Yes, age 45. We owe you guys drinks. We owe you guys maybe even a meal too. Early.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll definitely do some nice dinners all as a group and stuff, and I can't wait. I mean, I'm admittedly can't wait just to go to age 45, but just to hang out with everybody is gonna be a lot of fun.
I admittedly can't wait to know if my wife's going to be coming or not.
I hope so. I really to have. Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, I
Fingers
hope,
crossed.
Lisa comes. Yeah, I mean, my wife is
Fingers
definitely
crossed.
coming. Yeah, the only thing that's up in the air is my daughter is really pushing to come, and I can see her. I can see us getting out there, and I'll open up my suitcase, and she's gonna pop out. I'll be like, seriously? What the fuck? Because she wants to come so bad, and I'm like, well, like, no.
Like that Creep Show episode on the new version of Creep Show. Remember the guy?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, guys, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. So I guess we're gonna sign off.
Cool.
I guess you want to say goodbye.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a
you for
ball.
the
We're gonna have to do this again.
Definitely.
I got to sneeze.
You okay?
Bad timing.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
No.
Sorry.
Allergies have been so bad here.
Yeah. Sorry, honey. Sorry.
Bless
You have something to
bless
say?
Well, you do that around here, people think it's COVID all of a sudden too. You know.
Oh, mountain cedar here is horrible.
Yeah, it's not good. Oh, anyway, guys, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys.
So again, before in closing, if you haven't already seen it, go check out. Where is it? I had something made here. Let me see. All right, go check out the top 10 with John Carpenter listing of movies. Right, guys? Y'all ranked them. Y'all's top 10
Yes, indeed.
with
Lots of
Jeremy. Nice
Lot of
guy.
fun.
He's really fun. So y'all go check that out. If you're done watching this, go watch that. It's on that Halloween Movie Collectors YouTube channel. My friend Pat. Go in, Brad. Go check it out. Damn it, check it out. Like I said.
And yeah, Jeremy's got his Epic Film Guys podcast. It's
Epic
called
Film
Brain
Guys
Stew,
podcast,
and
yeah.
he'll
There
be
you
at
go.
age 45 too. So you guys can
Yeah.
meet him in person. He's yeah, great guy.
Super cool. Yeah, go check that out. I was luckily watching in with you guys last night. It was a blast. So if you're watching this, go watch that immediately.
Yeah.
All right.
Now.
I concur. Stamp of approval.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see the next episode or whatever we end up doing or not doing or whatever we're blessed to do. It happens. It is what it is. But it's good to see you guys.
Bye,
Great to
guys.
see you too, bud.
All righty. We'll see you.
Night all.